Hey, what's going on, Weavers? Tim here again. And if you're looking to become a Paracord ninja, here's your chance. Because in today's video, we're making Paracord ninja stars, also known as shurikens. But these versions are most definitely fun for all ages, relatively safe, and a cinch to make. So a huge shout out to First Class Amateur for the inspiration on this one. Please check out the channel and let's get right into it. I've got my length of paracord here, and we're making a palm-sized version. And I'm going to need a closed loop of cord. So I'm going to snip the ends off my piece of cord, and then I'm going to take my lighter and melt the cords until they're slightly molten. And before they cool off, I'm going to hold both ends together for a second or two, and then roll the weld in between my fingers. Be really careful when doing this step. When you roll the joined area, it's best to wet your fingers first. Now for this next part, I'm using a much longer piece of cord just so it's clear to see, but your version will be smaller and shorter. I'm going to pinch 3 sections of the closed loop to form this 3-lobed shape, and notice that the joined area is close to the center. This is to hide it. Then I'm going to pick up the entire thing by the middle, and I'm going to pull on the 3 loops to make sure they're all just about even. Now, holding the piece so that it's like a Y shape, I'm going to fold the bottom lobe upwards. And then the right lobe gets folded over to the left over the first one, which creates sort of a double bite on the bottom. Then with the third lobe on the left, fold that one over the second lobe and pass it through the space on the bottom where that double bite is. From here, pull outwards on all 3 lobes and tighten the knot in the middle. Once again, this version is enlarged for clarity. With that tightened, I'm going to turn the piece over, and now working from the back, I'm going to fold the bottom lobe upwards like before. But this time, the left lobe is folded over the first lobe. We created our space on the bottom again. And the third lobe that's now on the right goes over the second lobe and through the space on the bottom. Pull tight like before, and we've now formed our ninja star. Okay, well, this one is a little too large, but if I repeat the process with the same length I prescribed in the beginning of the video, we'll have a much more reasonably sized ninja star, throwing star, or shuriken as they're known. And as you can see here, this is why I used a longer piece of cord to show you how to tie these knots, as my fat sausage fingers are in the way. So these are a lot of fun to toss around, and they even spin on the table. So they have a bit of a fidget factor there. Now there are a few ways of throwing or shooting these. You can throw them as the traditional tech would be, much like the deadly ninjas did back in their day. Now I seem to just have better luck just throwing them, either like a frisbee, underhand, or even Genji style. However, you can also shoot them with a rubber band. So if I take a rubber band and loop it onto my wrench here with a cow hitch, this kind of makes the launcher. And now the idea here is that you take your ninja star, and on the side that protrudes a little bit more, you hook that part of the knot onto the rubber band, you pull back, and then you release. Now, unfortunately, at least for me, it does take a bit of practice, and you gotta angle it right, and I just totally suck at this method. But if you want to see a better demonstration, head on over to First Class Amateur's video and channel. I'll have it linked. So there we have it, Weavers. That's how we make paracord ninja stars, throwing stars, shurikens, or whatever you want to call them. Make them for your kids, your nieces and nephews, or make them just to annoy your significant other. Oh, and for the kids, if you're going to be launching them with rubber bands, might be a good idea to wear some goggles or something. So I hope you all found this one fun and interesting. A huge thank you to all my current Patreon supporters for making videos like this possible. If you want access to exclusive content and the Weavers of Eternity Discord, and want to support the channel directly, please feel free to check out my Patreon page. You can join for as little as $3 a month. You can also support the channel by liking the video, commenting, and subscribing. If you enjoyed the content here, please feel free to check out what I have to offer on the rest of my channel.